have to edit it?
We can edit it out.
Let's say it again for Mike.
That's what you always say, and then you never do. And also, we get like 17 calls about me saying the F word on
What F word is it?
I don't know. Not all at once now. Holy smokes.
What have you seen out of Fabian this week, especially after he hasn't necessarily had the best first 2 games? What do you tell him, or what have you seen out of him?
He's the same guy every day. He comes out here and beats his butt off and continues to get better. A guy that, as we all know, is still fairly new to the position and just crazy upside. And because of the way he works, he'll maximize it and find it for sure.
Do you try to raise his confidence in a week like this when, obviously you guys are playing a little bit more man coverage, so you're going to give up some, more catches. But for him, a guy like him, do you try to raise his confidence?
He's a guy though that there's guys that are like that. You gotta coddle and you gotta bring him back. He's such a tough-minded kid. I mean, you guys know from the experiences that you've had with him, the interaction you've had with him, he's just very resilient. I don't see him shook right now. I see him with, he's got that confidence of a great corner. Great corners are going to give up catches. They're going to give up big plays every once in a while. Do you want that to happen? No, it happens. He'll bounce back.
Watching that game over again, were you satisfied with the pressure you got on the quarterback? Would you like to do some things?
They kind of, the first 2 opponents have put a common formula on tape, keeping guys in and max protecting and challenging us outside and playing a little street ball almost in that respect. But yeah, I think we can just mix it up in general. Just a little bit more variety will help these guys keep the offenses a little bit more off their spot, and then at the same time we got to execute at a better, higher level. We do.
How much more man coverage have you guys been playing this year than maybe you had in the past? Is it more?
Yeah, a little bit more for sure. Yeah, we went into the season with a lot of confidence regarding that, and we'll continue to work on it. We'll get better at it. And our guys, the more they do it on Saturdays when they cross the white line, the more confidence they'll have in it. So it's always a process, though. We'll continue to work at it.
What's been your impression of Kenny Clark so far through 2 games?
I mean, he's just a monster. He really is. He's that guy that he gets a lot of attention because of what a run defender that he's become. He's so strong. He's so stout. But at the same time, he's got a little wiggle to him. I think he's got a little pass rush to him, more than people give him credit for. So it's exciting to be around a kid like that every day that comes out here and works the way he does. Just a great model of what it's supposed to look like.
300-pounder with wiggle on.
Yeah, he does.
From the casual eye, it'd be easy for me to say, boy, UT is not what they were, but at the same time, they always have great athletes,
for sure.
Great physical.
Absolutely.
Is that what you're seing on tape?
Yeah, I mean, they're a team that, as we all know, when you take a program over with a new coaching staff, it's new schemes, it's new everything, new culture, and there's a lot of challenges regarding that. But you're absolutely right. There's a great talent base there. Every single guy on that roster was one time a 4 or 5-star national recruit. And you see when they click and they get it right, man, they're gonna be tough to deal with. It's a process. And as a coach that helped take this program over and where it began and just starting anew, there are going to be some bumps in the road, but they are a very talented team, and it's a team that you could not take lightly.
On that note, when you're drawing up X's and O's versus you're playing a team that just got beat pretty good, can you scheme against that? Is there any philosophy in that, knowing it's kind of like the old cage bear type of thing?
You look at every game the same in that way. You find what has worked against them, what hasn't worked. Obviously, BYU did some things that were successful that we'll look at, and we'll try to incorporate a few of those things. At the same time, we've got our own brand, our own style, and we're going to be true to that at the same time. So but that's how game planning is, But they're a team that, if they catch a little momentum and they get things going, it can be very dangerous.
Especially, I know it's not at UT, but it is in Dallas, Texas. Have you been into that facility yet?
I have. I played in it as a player, and I've coached in it with the Seahawks. So I've been on both sides of it. It's an amazing architectural feat. It's unbelievable. And that's one of the great things that we do here by going there the day before. Yeah, kind of getting the awestruck out of it. Getting the big eyes from our kids. Let them see it. Let them see that enormous TV, and hopefully get that out of the system.
Going against the Swoops this weekend, cornerback. Do you have to do more containing against a guy like that who's got that athleticism to?
Yeah, I mean, we got to be a little bit more contain conscious for sure, and thankfully we got a guy here that is constantly threatening that, so we've constantly had to be pocket present, and we got great look guys. Aaron Sharp, I don't know if there's a better guy to play him this week. Extremely athletic, fast, big arm, he's got a lot of similar tools, so he's giving us a great look, getting us ready.
After 2 weeks as coordinator, have you noticed anything different or learned anything kind of that you didn't expect going in?
Yeah, I mean, we learn every game, learn as a coordinator, position coach, as a player, everybody's learning as we go here, and it's one of those things where you kind of gotta. The season's an organism, and it's constantly changing and evolving, and it's twisting and it's turning, and you kind of got to move with it, and you got to adapt a little bit to your personnel, and we're trying to find ourselves right now. I think that we got a pretty good idea from the first 2 games, and just continue to find that defensive brand that we're trying to establish.
What have you seen from their offensive line? I know they have a lot of moving parts, centers, tackles.
Talented guys. When they get it, they're going to be very, very good. You see some moments where they really get it. So we're going to see a better unit than last week. They came in last week with very few starts, very few experience, and I can see them just getting better. And it doesn't help. It doesn't hurt when you have 2 really good running backs running behind you, which they do.
Cool.